The windowsill guardian of the cactus spiny on the desk of the little girl Yaya. There is a cactus, which everyone calls Cece. Its body is round and emerald green, like a chubby green gem. Its surface is covered with fine little thorns, which feel pricked when touched. There is also a small pink flower blooming on its head, as if it were wearing a beautiful little hat. At first, Yaya was always afraid of being pricked by its thorns and didn't dare to approach. It wasn't until later that she discovered that within the tiny thorns lay a great deal of tenderness. That early morning, Yaya had just opened the window for ventilation when a little bee buzzed in a panic. Suddenly, it began to drizzle outside. Its wings got wet and it couldn't fly back to the hive. It was circling around the room and was about to bump into the window glass. Cece quickly shook her body, allowing the pink flower above her head to gently sway towards Wu Meng. Wu Meng, come to me quickly to take shelter from the rain. When Wang saw the pink flowers and quickly flew over, landing on the petals and attaching its wet wings to the round body of the cactus. The prickly body was warmed by the sun and soon dried up Wang's wings. After the rain stopped, Buzzing shook its antennae at Sichi and left a little nectar on the petals, as if saying, "Thank you, Sichi, your little platform is so safe." In the morning, the sun rose slowly and the windowsill became scorching hot. A little ant Guago crawled in through the window, hoping to find a cool place to rest for a while. But the desk was so hot from the sun that its little paws were almost red from the heat. Cece quickly moved her body and used her round shadow to build a small pergola for Guagu. "Come and rest in my shadow for a while. It's not sunny here." Guagu climbed under the canopy. It was indeed much cooler. It even touched Cece's little thorn as if greeting it. "Cece, your shadow is cooler than a leaf." At noon, Yaya was doing her homework at her desk when she suddenly found that her eraser was missing. She rummaged through her drawers and school bag, but couldn't find it. She was so anxious that she was on the verge of crying. Sissy shook its body quietly. It saw the eraser roll behind its flower pot and be covered by a fallen leaf. Yaya looked in the direction where Cici was shaking and indeed found the eraser. She happily touched the pink flower on the top of Cici's head and whispered, "Cici, thank you for helping me find the eraser. It turns out your little Cici is not scary at all." The prickly pink flowers swayed gently, as if smiling. In the afternoon, when Yaya was watering Cici, she found a tiny new bud growing in the flower pot. It was Cici's little baby. Yaya happily moved the flower pot to a place with better sunlight and deliberately placed a small glass cover beside it to prevent the little sprouts from being blown by the wind. Sissy looked at her little baby and then at the happy yacht. Her heart was warm. Her little Cece could not only protect herself and the baby, but also help her friends solve problems. It was much happier than staying quietly on the windowsill all the time. In the evening, the setting sun dyed the windowsill orange. The prickly pink flowers sparkled in the setting sun, surrounded by wu meng, which flew back to gather nectar, and guogu, which fell asleep under the pergola. After finishing her homework, Yaya sat at her desk and gently touched Ci's body. This time, she wasn't afraid of the little thorns at all, because she knew that beneath them lay a warm heart. It turns out that a thorny cactus can also, with its own tenderness and tenacity, become a little guard on the windowsill, bringing safety and happiness to every friend. When the moon rose, Ci was still guarding her little baby. The pink flower on her head swayed gently in the moonlight, like a tiny star. The desk was quiet, with only the soft breathing of the little ant guagut. Because of Cici, this small windowsill became warmer and more lively. Such days were sweeter than nectar and more beautiful than pink flowers.